Welcome back to Warzone Workshop. Today we're going to be taking a look at LCT AK hop-up unit. Go ahead and disassemble it by popping out that little plastic clip that keeps the hop-up shell attached to the barrel and hop-up rubber. Go ahead and carefully slide out that inner barrel. Sometimes the hop-up rubber will come with it, sometimes it won't. In this case it didn't, so I'm going to go ahead and there's the nub fell out. We'll go ahead and push carefully the hop-up rubber out because we don't necessarily want to destroy it. Now if you can look at this thing, it has this huge crease in it from where the hop-up has just had constant pressure on it. We're going to be putting a Laylax Prometheus hop-up rubber in it, and she is gorgeous. So we'll go ahead and pop that out of the packaging, and I'm going to go ahead and put the original back inside the packaging because it's not ruined. It didn't tear. It didn't dry out. So I'll end up putting it in a gun that's that's broken or has a bad one, just as a temporary thing until I can upgrade it to a Prometheus one eventually. That's normally what I do because the LCT ones that are stock are fairly decent. So go ahead and put that to the side. Now the barrel is the original. I haven't changed it yet. I'll do that in a later video. But we're going to go ahead and disassemble the rest of the hop-up unit. I'm just going to go ahead and clean it, make sure that there's no debris or anything inside it, and that all the parts are fully functioning. Now that's fully disassembled, go ahead and pop up the inner bar, which is held in place, and now we're going to go ahead and put the hop-up nub in that little hook. And now get the barrel cleaned off. Gonna go ahead and put some lubricant on it. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if you do it. Comment down below. I go ahead and I do it, because then if I need to take it out later on down the road, there's a little bit of lubricant in there on the barrel that allows me to slide it out of the hop-up unit without folding the hop-up rubber in on itself, and it just goes in smoother for me that way. So we'll go ahead and get that snugged in there. There's a groove in the barrel that fits into the hop-up rubber. It's impossible to get it wrong unless you're trying to. Just look for the little channel and you'll get it. And then just keep track of that hop-up nub. Don't get distracted, because it's easy to get distracted. Go ahead and make sure that we put that nub in there. Get it right on top of the opening where the barrel has the cut in it, so that it can apply pressure to the hop-up rubber. And then we'll go ahead and reassemble everything. Get it all screwed back together. Go ahead and fast forward this. Now the hop-up unit itself is plastic, and it works really well for what it is. You can tighten it, if you don't want your hop-up adjusting itself while you're out there. But it tends to hold position fairly well. Hopefully in the near future I'll be switching this hop-up unit out with a CNC'd aluminum hop-up unit, and I'll be trying that out. Now I'm putting it into this SR3, and as you can see, you can't do it with the mech box installed. So what we're going to do, so that we don't have to take the mech box in and out, is we're going to disassemble it again, just pulling out the barrel. Now of course that's going to drop your hop-up nub, so we'll have to reassemble it. But this is how you can avoid taking out your mech box unnecessarily, by just doing this. If you're doing this on an SR3, which is a bit cramped on space in there. Now we're gonna have to put this together and hold it upside down to put it inside the SR3. But it's all good. We'll get it done. Go ahead and flip it upside down, and we'll get the hop-up unit in there, holding it in there so that the nub doesn't fall out. I'm going to go ahead and insert the hop-up rubber and barrel into it, sliding it in just like that. That's why I lubricant. I put lubricant on it, and then get that little barrel spacer in there, and everything's locked in nice and tight. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my nub and make sure that that is centered perfectly, and put the screw in, lock it all in nice and tight. And now I'm good to go with putting the wiring back through. Yeah, this thing is super cramped on space. Yes, the SR3 is a definitely a fun gun to work on, but it'll test your patience sometimes. Now we'll go ahead and put that barrel in. That barrel is actually really heavy, considering it doesn't look very large. It's got some weight to it, and you could beat someone with it. It's basically a hammer being an LCT gun. You can drive nails with it. We'll go ahead and screw this in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add Loctite to these two top little grub screws so that that barrel doesn't move at all. Now we'll go ahead and reassemble the charging handle assembly, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward all of this so that we can get to a shooting demo. See that silhouette good. Going for center mass. Safety zone. Shredded. Dead. And good thing the hostage had duct tape over its mouth. That would have been terrible to listen to. That's that, and I'll see you next time in the war zone.